Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. This is Jyoti from Angie and Joe's channel, and in this week's weekly vlog we are going to talk about the books that I read this week, and also we are going to talk about May month wrap up, books that I read in the month of May, and one book that I purchased and I'm super excited to read that book, so I'm also going to talk about that particular book. So without further delay, let's start. This is my reading journal, and I am going to show you the month of May and what all books I read in this month. So in the month of May I read month of May was actually pretty good for me in terms of reading, because I read only 2 books in April, considering the fact that I was not well half of the month, and then again I started reading only in the second half. But in May I was able to read a lot, many books. So I finished almost 8 books this month, and I'm pretty happy about it, because some of the books were quite lengthy. I read 3 non-fiction books this month. So it's Algorithms to Live By, then second one is 4 Hours Work Week, and the third one was Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. And I've been discussing about these books throughout the month, and let me just give you a brief about each and how I liked it or not. So the first book, Algorithms to Live By Brian Christine, I really loved that book. This book was, as I've written in my reading journal, that the personal impact that this book created on me was very high, because it gives me a very good, logical reason about how our decisions are influenced by mathematical theories that we have read. So I really loved reading this particular book. The second non-fiction that I read was 4 Hours Work Week, and I didn't like that. So that was it. I didn't particularly enjoy reading that book. The third one was Show Your Work, which I finished this week itself. It is written by Austin Kleon, and I loved many things about this particular book. It talks about being immature, it talks about continuous learning, it talks about showing your creativity. So I really liked this book. So I read one thriller in this month, which was American Assassin by Vince Flynn, and I am a fan of Vince Flynn. I really love his writing. I really love the portrait of his characters. I really love Mishap novels. So this book was 5-star for me. I really loved reading this book. The other thing this month, I was talking throughout my vlogs about it, and that's Leigh Bardugo, the author, which I got introduced this month, and I've already read 2 books of the trilogy, Shadows and Bones and Season Storm. I've just finished the Season Storm, and I'm actually looking forward to read the third book in the trilogy. So I think I'm going to read a lot more books from this author, Leigh Bardugo, because I like his writing. I like his the way he construct the story, construct his character, the development of character, the flow of the story. I really enjoyed these 2 books, and I'm looking forward for the third book. And I'm actually planning to read Six of Crows also. So yeah, this is the series, so I will tell you more about it going forward in my other weekly vlogs. So I really enjoyed reading Shadows and Bones and Season Storm. Other one that I read, the next book is a classic, that is Anne of Green Gable by L.M. Montgomery, and I had already read this book earlier, like several years back, and this is a reread, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was a delightful read. I have also purchased the series of Anne, So Anne of Avalon is the one that I'm going to read in the month of June. So yes, and I'll give 5 rating again to this book because I am in love with Anne's character. Her imagination, her use of word is absolutely fantastic. The other book that I read this month was there in my to read list from quite a long time. It was Bell Jar from Sylvia Plath, and as I told you that I enjoyed the book, but overall I would just give it 3.5 rating because the first half I felt was a little boring. I enjoyed reading the second half of the book because the way things were explained, the struggle of someone who is going through mental health issue is something quite real, and I enjoy the second half of the book quite a lot. So I'm giving it 3.5. It's really nice book. Okay, so that was my this month's read. I read 8 books and I'm planning to read more. So it's Wednesday and I already finished The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath and Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. And as far as Show Your Work is concerned, I really like even the end part, though it is a very short book, but in end parts also the things that will explain, though it is like very short version of a book, the things that will explain are very nice. I especially like the part where in the book the author gave an example where he was talking about Ernest Hemingway, that how he used to what he used to do to be creative and start his work and get over with that writer's block. Mr. Hemingway, the famous writer and poet, when he used to finish his day, at the end of the day he always always used to stop in the mid of the sentence about what he was writing, so that the next day when he starts, he know from where to begin, and once you know from where to begin, the flow comes in. So that's what he used to do. So it talks about that the person, most of the time the person who achieve the most are the people who do the most. So it's mostly about consistency. It's mostly about creativity, is mostly about consistency. It's mostly about going to do that work every single day, whether you feel like it or you don't. So I really like those kind of things, and overall the book is very nice. The second, The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. So as last week I told you that I was unable to connect with the book in the beginning, but eventually when the story progresses and we are told that how this girl Esther Greenwood, she comes back to her hometown from New York, where she was a student with a scholarship, and she wanted to be a writer, and she enrolled for the writing course, but then she got to know that she was not accepted. So she decided to stay at her mom's place, and then how her lives unfold. She tried to commit suicide, and then eventually went to a mental asylum. Now what happened there at the end, it is really interesting at the end, like what happens to her and how her life changes or doesn't changes, and what all things get unfold. So yes, I like the second half much better because things are happening very fast, and it's gripping. The second half is gripping. I think the initial part was a little slow because not too much was happening, and it was like slow about a college girl who is in New York, what is happening to her life. So I like the second half of the book. Overall, it's a good book. If you have not read it, try consider reading it, and it talks a lot about mental health and everything in a story form. It doesn't talk like what is mental health and all those things are not explained, but in the story we get to live with a girl who tries to commit suicide. Sometimes she tried to cut her wrist, then she tried to drown herself, and then eventually what she does and what happens, how she went to mental asylum, all those things were explained, and it was nice. I had a nice experience reading this book. So now I am reading the second part of Grisha Verse. So it's Wednesday. I am thinking to finish it over the weekend or before that if I read more tomorrow. I am also thinking to start another book, but I'm a little confused whether I should start the rework or I should start Anne of Aveline, which is the second part of Anne of Green Gables. So yes, so first I'm thinking to finish the Grisha Verse part 2 because lots is happening in the story. In part 1 where we were talked about an amplifier, about something that the Sun Summoner gets to be more powerful. So in the second story we are told something more about other things that are happening, some you know, some mythological creatures are coming and all those things. So it's nice. I'm using nice word a lot. So it's delightful read and I'm really enjoying the story. Reading, I think I discovered this author Leigh Bardugo through this Netflix series which I talked about, which is based on Shadow and Bone. So I discovered this author Leigh Bardugo from that books. You feel as if, you know, there's a flow happening, and it feels as if you are actually watching things. It's not like any boring stories. It's very nice, and again nice. Yes, so I think I'll keep a countdown here, the number of times I use this word. So that I am also planning to once I finish the Grisha Verse, I am also planning to start the other series of this author. I have actually I'm planning to buy an audiobook for one, and I'm planning to buy a hard copy for the other one. So yes, let me see what happens. Will I be able to finish it over the weekend before I do the vlog? So yes, that's it. So today is Thursday and this is the last week of summer vacation for kids. So I'm going a little easy with them this week. So after our usual reading hour, I am letting them read whatever books they want to read. So both of them are obsessed with Harry Potter, so they are reading Harry Potter. One is reading Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and the other one is reading Harry Potter and Chambers of Secret. So yes, they are having their reading time, and meanwhile I'm catching up with the book that I'm reading of Leigh Bardugo, Grisha Verse Part 2. So we are enjoying our holidays. Now, since they are obsessed with Harry Potter, they found a little nook in the house, which is a room under the stairs. So this is their recreating the Harry Potter for themselves. So this small room under the stair is just a storage cabin which they are using to, you know, relive their Harry Potter moment. So that was the day today. Yeah, meanwhile I also baked a little bread pudding of stale bread that I had in my fridge. So yes, we enjoyed it on Thursday and kids loved it. So today is Friday and I have already finished more than 50% of Siege and the Storm, the second book of Grisha Verse and the trilogy. So this book is what I would say, too much is happening in this book, the second book, the Siege and the Storm. Too much is happening because considering the fact that this is the second book in the trilogy. So in first book, Shadows and Bones, what we saw was that the plot was building, characters were building, but in second things are happening, and what I see so far is that we are going to see things which are going to unfold hereafter, and then obviously since it's a trilogy and this is the second book, things are not going to get resolved here in this book. So because if something big will happen, we will get a bigger closure in the third book. So yes, the things are happening here much faster than it was happening in the first part. Again, considering that in first part it was mostly the development of the character, development of the plot that was happening, but in second we are actually seeing some action, some things are happening. The best part about this book is that the author has introduced a new character, Nikolai. So he is the second prince of Ravaka, and so they met, Alina and Mal met Nikolai in some different circumstances, and then later on they got to know that he is actually the prince. And the character of Nikolai is very finely written. He is funny, he is, you know, he's very likable, he's a game changer, and in between he does things which, you know, make you love him more. So I would say so far in the entire book I felt that his character is really amazing. Alina, when I talk about Alina's character in book 1, though the story was getting unfolded and everything was happening, I personally felt that Alina's character was kind of boring, because we don't know how she'll react to something. She's still confused in the first book, she's still confused in the second book, but the reasons are different. So in second book, in this book, Season Storm, her character is built up more, it is more interesting. So we will see in this particular book that she is confused because people of Ravaka and all other people, they want her to do something to destroy the fold, obviously to save Ravaka. So that is her one thing that she also wants to do. She also wants to save Ravaka, she also wants to destroy the fold, but on the other side, the other part of her also wants this simple life with Mal. So often in the book we see that she is getting you know, confused between these two things, and she is not aware what, actually it's not aware, she's actually confused what path to choose. So that is there for this particular book. Now as far as Mal is concerned, his character so far till half of the book, nothing much interesting is happening with him. Darkling, we saw glimpse of Darkling when he is fighting with Alina, when he is fighting with Stormhorn. So those are the things where Darkling appears. Otherwise also he's missing in between for a lot of time. So we are now seeing Alina, Nikolai and Mal together. So there is adventure, there is magic. Now they are searching for some more amplifiers and everything. So there is some there might be some spoilers here, so if you have not read the book, please skip this part. So yes, the good part about this book is, I feel particularly that this book is taking us towards a, you know, a bigger ending which is going to come in the trilogy, the third book. So I am planning to finish this book and then again start with the third book immediately without taking any break, because I'm too excited to know what is going to happen in the story further. And I'll also tell you maybe in couple of maybe in some other vlog that how can you read this particular book, Grisha was, because Grisha was originally it was a trilogy, but then there are other books which are added to it. So how can you read this particular story? I would say that this book, Season Storm, the second part of the trilogy written by Leigh Bardugo, is quite interesting. The build up in the story, the pace of the story, the plot is amazing. It is you know, it is very fast paced, and I really love novels which are fast paced and things are happening quickly to keep your attention. along with that, we are seeing some new things coming, some new happening, new characters are being added, and now Alina is given a bigger role. So now from Sun Sumner, she has become a saint, and there's some other prospects coming towards her. So whether she's going to take some responsibility now or not, she has already started taking some of the responsibilities so far. Going forward, how she will react, what she is going to do, to completely remove Ducklin and remove the fold. What is going to happen? What is the future of Ravaka? So we have to see that. So for that, I have to read the trilogy. So I am planning to finish this book over this weekend and then start with the third book in the line. I didn't read much on Saturday. I just read for like, I think hardly 40-45 minutes. I just read 2 chapters, I think 50-60 pages of Season Storm, and then I was binging on this show on Netflix, Bridgerton. I got, like, many people told me that it's nice, some gave mixed reviews, so I thought, why not see it myself. And anyways, it just has 8 episodes, so on Saturday was a binge day. I indulged myself little bit on watching some show, so that was a Saturday thing. Also, I got 2 books in the mail on Saturday. So this is the one I got for kid. I already had this book in my house, but since we are at my mom's place and I want kids to read this book, this is also in their reading list for their 3rd standard. So I got this book for them, The Adventure of Tom Sawyer, and I don't think this book needs any introduction, or I don't think I need to tell more about the author or the book, because as a kid also I read this book and I enjoyed it. And I think 1.5 years back when I got this book for kids, that time also I read it and nothing has changed. I really enjoyed this book. The second book that I got in the mail yesterday is something I am very thrilled about. I want to start reading this book. So this is again a book by one of my favorite author. I have also talked about this author in my 6 books you should read once in your lifetime. Link of that is here. So this author is Chitra Banerjee Devakaruni. She has written Palace of Illusion, which doesn't need any introduction. She has also written Forest of Enchantment. Both the books are in my favorite list. I really loved reading both the books. So this is the 3rd book I'm going to read from this author. It is The Last Queen, and first of all, I really loved the cover of this book. It is like, very nostalgic. It is like, taking you to the era of kings and queen, and it is a hardcover. And I have not read this. I have not yet started this book, so I will keep giving you updates about this book whenever I start this book. And I am really excited to read this author because honestly I feel her books are very easy, very gripping. Once you start reading Chitra Banerjee's book, it is very difficult to put them down. The stories are like, the 2 books that I have read so far didn't disappoint me. I have recommended those books to many of my friends, and all of them gave me the same feedback that they enjoyed reading her books. So I am really looking forward to read this one, and I will surely give you an update about it. So that was the weekend update, because weekend was mostly about relaxing and spending time with family, watching some shows. We also binged on Harry Potter. We saw back to movies with kids. Harry Potter, because this is weekend is also the time where we have this family movie time. So we select, so wherein we select the movies which we can watch with kids. So sometimes it's kids who so sometimes it is kids who comes up with the movie ideas, so which movie they want to see, and sometimes we try to find a movie which is good for all of us to see together. Most of the time, if we are not able to find anything, we switch back to Good Dinosaur or Harry Potter series. So that's all time favorite for us. So that was the week's wrap, the month's wrap. And also I have today with me Anjali, because we haven't heard from her what she is reading. So I thought in this month's wrap and this weekly vlog, I'll ask her to share her readings, her what she read in the month of May, and how is her reading going on for the month of May, and what is she planning for the month of June. So let's talk to her. Everyone. So Anjali, where have you been? You have not told anything about your reading so far. What happened? Are you still reading?
I am.
Okay.
So, May has been a very good month for me, reading wise. So, I have read 4 books. 2 were recommended by Ali Abdul. So, I have been following him a lot recently. So, the first one was Steal Like an Artist, and the other one was 10 Show Your Work, which I also read. So both of them are really good books. Then I finished Rework, which was also an amazing book. So it took me 6 hours, but the book has left such an impression on me, because it is not something that the book has something out of extraordinary or there's something that you don't know. It is because the book has a truth. I mean, it resonates with you, and you know that it's for real, and it stays with you, sort of. I mean, the book does not have anything extraordinary to it, but it has the basic truth which you feel that it's real, and that's why you really like the book, because the reality, it's more powerful. Then the 4th book I read was, I heard on Audible, was YouTube Secrets. So the name of the book was The Ultimate Guide to Growing Your Following and Making Money as a YouTube Video Influencer, YouTube Secret. So this book is by Sean of Think Media and Benji Travis. So I have been following their channel for a while, and I thought, why not try the book as well. So it's just for 3 hours, and it gives you a good insight and good learnings about what they believe is you should do as a video influencer. You should always aim for quality. You should always focus on your followers, what they want, and try creating your content more tailored for their requirements. So I enjoyed the book. The one fact that stayed with me after reading the book was the fact that they told that you have to be very careful when you monetize your video. So first you have to build your audience. You have to make sure that you connect with those people. Even if they are limited, you should always be in sync with your audience. So that is something that I would like to implement in our YouTube channel as well.
So now for the month of June, what are you planning to read?
I have bought this book on Audible, which I have heard is very famous. It has won awards also. So that is House of Earth and Blood, Crescent City series. So it's a pretty long book, 27 hours. So I was hoping that I finish it in the month of June. Also, I'm planning to read Shadow and Bones.
Yes, you should read it. It's nice.
And I want to read this in the month of
That
June.
is in our to-do list, both.
So I really want to read this. I love the author.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna love this book too. So that's it. That's my plan.
Yes, so that's it for today's vlog. Please subscribe to our channel for more such videos, and don't forget to put your comments in the comment section below for shout out of any book, if you want us to read any book, any recommendation that you have. So that's it. Bye-bye.
Bye.